안녕하세요. Exchange Chan Megan
조혜입니다. 안녕하세요. Exchange Chan 조혜입니다. 네, 을사년 새해를 맞이하면서 처음 여러분께 인사를 드리네요. Hello, Megan.
Hi,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I hope all your dreams, all your wishes come true in this year.
I mean, yeah, I feel weird calling them wishes because I feel like, well, if I want them, I'll get them. They might look a little different than I anticipated, but like if I truly want them, I just need to decide that they're happening and live my life in accordance to them happening. But but some things are fun, wishes and dreams. But I feel like I'm when I call something dreams, I don't like to keep them in the dream realm. Let's have them be a reality. But yeah.
Can be real.
Yeah, of course.
And then Happy New Year to all listeners.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, as we step into a brand new year, we hope it brings you happiness, good, endless opportunities to connect with others and grow. Here at Exchange Chan, we are so grateful for your continued support and shared curiosity. Can I say that?
Well, you just did, so okay. Yes, you may. Thank you for saying it.
And then let's make this year more special together. Here's to our fantastic year ahead.
Yes, and for individually, collectively, Happy New Year. Let's have a beautiful 2025.
2025. Oh, so fast.
So fast.
Time flies.
Time does fly. 2025.
Wow.
Wild. I still remember when it was 1999.
1999.
And
what
like
happened?
the millennium was happening,
millennium.
right? I remember because I was in one of the houses that my cousins, so my mom's twin, and so it was their house, and we had cut up all of this newspaper to be confetti to like throw, right? And we're in the basement as the kids, like, okay, let's do this. It's gonna be the millennium. What's gonna happen? And we threw all the confetti and then had to clean it up. So, oops,
Yeah.
here we are. Yeah.
And then I will suggest you one thing.
Okay.
Why don't you
Yes.
try some New Year's greeting in Korean?
Yes, ma'am.
Is
okay.
it hard?
Maybe. What is it?
Yeah.
So
새해 복 많이 받으세요.
새해
복 많이
복 많이
받으세요.
받으세요.
Yeah.
So 새해
새해
복
복
많이
복
많이
받으세요.
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 Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Start again? Can you?
새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Great.
Happy New Year.
You're Korean now.
I'm Korean. Let's see, what other ones do I know? I think German would be Frohes Neujahr. Like
Is it
happy,
German?
Yeah, Frohes Neujahr. Or Frohes Silvestern. Because it's like Saint Sylvester is like that. Sometimes they'll do like Heilige Abend is like Holy Night instead of Christmas Eve. But like Silvesterstag is that's New Year Day. Or so Frohes Neujahr. And then I weirdly know it in Finnish. Yeah, so when from 2016 to 2017, I did an artist residency in the Finnish winter, so very cold. And that evening, I remember hanging out from the window. We could see some fireworks. It was a very tiny little village, and you could see the fireworks in the distance. And I was hanging out with.
Oh, it seems peaceful.
It was very cute and peaceful. The lights were out except for some Christmas lights. And the person hanging out with us was one of the guys who it was this couple that ran the residency, and he didn't really speak English at all. So we sat there drinking champagne together or prosecco and hung out, and he taught me how to say Happy New Year, which let's see if I please correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone who speaks Finnish.
Nobody knows.
You never
Just
know.
go ahead.
You never know. But it's hyvä ottavoitte.
What is that?
Hyvä ottavoitte.
Ottavotte.
So hyvä
Hyvä
ottavotte.
ottavotte.
Happy New Year.
Ah.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's very cemented in my memory is hyvä ottavotte, sitting on a sofa with this man as we watch the fireworks.
Hyvä ottavotte.
Yeah. Happy New Year. In
Sounds
Finnish.
like a little bit French, a little bit.
I mean, Finnish is a weird language.
German?
I mean, it's weird because it's not Germanic. Really, it's not French. It's a weird language that just kind of is Finnish. There's like one other language that's similar to it, but that's it. Like Finnish is Finnish. That's the end.
Okay, then I will try it in Japanese.
Do you know it in Japanese?
A little bit.
Great. Yeah.
아케마시테 오메데토 고자이마스.
Even longer than Korean.
Yeah, longer than Korean.
So we just did 5 languages.
5 languages.
I can't remember it in Chinese, Mandarin, unfortunately. But actually, question with that, because here it's not as big as in China or Taiwan, which is the Lunar New Year. But you do both here.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
We keep both.
Yeah, why?
Because, a lot of people just keep doing some kind of giving some ancestors offering.
On the Lunar New Year.
On Lunar New Year.
Okay.
So that's the normal. And then the Solar New Year, just among young generations,
Okay.
they keep it.
Okay, the Gregorian calendar. Okay.
So both sides is just existing.
I mean, I think any day to celebrate and hang out together is great. So, fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And a new year, which, in a lot of people for the new year have New Year's resolutions.
That's right. A lot of people just like a homework,
Yeah.
They do always make some kind of resolution, New Year's resolutions. Yeah, I do. I do always.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
But I cannot say that. I keep that kinds of resolutions to become true.
Ah, okay. Okay, why?
And then I cannot say that just stick to them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. But it is very hard. And then I think that, from the very beginning, I just got some big mind to make something to succeed. And so I make a very unreasonable resolutions I made.
Yeah.
That's the reason that I failed to succeed that.
Do you think, I mean, and I might be not calling you out, but knowing enough about healing and change and how the brain works and trauma and body or whatever, I feel like making certain kinds of resolutions, sometimes I think when we fail or potentially fail is because we are it's rooted in something that we think we should be doing instead of what we truly desire to be doing. I think that's why a lot of resolutions fail, or we're really hard on ourselves. And like you said, it's a lofty goal instead of being like, well, I can do that thing, but maybe not as much throughout the year. But I think sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for how much we can do, and like I said, what we truly desire to do. And I change is also, especially if it's like something that might be a hard pattern that we have been doing our whole lives and trying to change that our brains have to rewire, and so that's why it can feel hard. And some people don't like change. I think most people struggle with change, and even though change is constant, because we like safety. So yeah, I think New Year's resolutions, you start with them, it's strong. Like, why do so many people go to the gym? Like, gyms are full in January.
Yeah.
And then it kind of peters out. Yeah. Or like teeters out. Yeah. So it's
Me too. I usually, signed up for just 1 year membership, at the very beginning of the January
Yeah.
for gym, and then just attended it just a few times. That's all.
I haven't always lived in a place consistently long enough to find it worthwhile to get a gym membership. It also is just I guess you could say a financial expense that I haven't prioritized in my life. I've used gyms when they're available. Like like I said, I was living in Finland. There was free access to a gym, very tiny gym, but I would go there enough. But one thing I do in January, there's a YouTube channel that does yoga, and the person who does it always does like a 30-day yoga challenge and it's like this beautifully run, I guess you could say, session or a challenge, a journey of yoga for 30 days, which is really beautiful. And so I challenge myself to do that every, because I love a daily movement practice. I'm a very active person. I try
for 30 days.
Yeah, once every day. And it's how she curates it is it's like a journey. And so each day builds on, and each year has a theme. And so it's really nice. And I like to do that. And then I do my best to continue yoga. I guess when I think of New Year's resolutions, like you said, like, yes, I've had some where like, I need to do this thing, and so I should do that. But then it like looks different, or I've been in a lot of moving and survival in my life where it's been hard to be like, well, I don't know what to fully ask for. But a lot of my resolutions are more of a lifestyle change. And those feel more...
Lifestyle change.
Yeah, and they can be hard, and some people might find them hard, but it's that dedication to being like, I desire something different in my life, and let's make something that's reasonable that I can fit into my life and then build upon, that ultimately changes the way I live my life. And that's coming from the core of, who do I desire to be? And yeah, sometimes the ones that maybe, I'll use it again, quote unquote, fail, is they're the ones that maybe I feel like I have to do in order to make that change. But then I realize, oh no, this is what actually would make that change. So then you could say the resolution changes, but I'm still going to the core thing, but maybe I'm not doing what I set out to do because it changed, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So good. So you made some kind of resolutions. You want to change your lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, because I think that's where change really happens. If you want to lose weight, for example, well, then you can't go back to eating and moving how you used to. You like, I eat and move in a certain way because that's kind of, I've changed my lifestyle in certain ways. I do naturally just eat certain things.
That's sad thing you said to me.
Why?
Because the losing weight is my whole life, homework,
which is
and
so
resolution.
sad.
Many years, I made it some kind of a New Year's resolution. Oh, losing my weight again, losing my weight.
Yeah, and I always struggle to talk about it because I'm not a licensed professional. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietary specialist. However, I've gone to eating disorder treatment, and I was one of the brave people who admitted to having an eating disorder, because I think our world has an eating disorder and an obsession with thinness and skinniness. I mean, look at Korean beauty standards, look at American beauty standards. They're usually about thinness, and especially with women. And so a while ago, one of my resolutions was to heal my eating disorder, because when I think of, if I ever lose weight, it's just because my body naturally is doing that. I don't purposely lose weight anymore. I would rather focus on, how is my body healthy and strong? And then therefore maybe and if I'm thinner because of it, okay. But like, I prioritize a healthy relationship with food and movement and my body, instead of constantly saying, so that's actually what I said earlier about like, oh, are these things rooted in me? Is my resolution coming from a thing that I think I have to do, or from something I actually truly desire? And whenever someone says they want to lose weight, I just, I hold back because I'm like, I'm not a licensed professional, but I do question why. You know, is it for health reasons? Is it because you want to look a certain, and because I also don't think having some vanity is also okay. Like, it's okay to be sexy. It's okay to feel sexy with you and feel good. Because when you feel good, you do look better, I think. So yeah, I just always question that one.
Oh, that is very good thing. To me, it sounds like a very idealistic, because you know you are always doing the way you want to your body, even if it is the body of yours, because you know even though I have my body, I cannot do that. I cannot control my bodies as the way I wish, because you know my appetite. I do control. I do want to control my appetite, but you know, so in front of some very yummy food, I cannot control my appetite. So
I don't always control my appetite. That's the thing. I listen to what my body needs, and I, you know, so you say it's idealistic. I mean, I've been doing it, so I don't think it's idealistic, but it has taken many years and perspective shifts. Yeah. You know, when I think of if I have like a resolution for my body this year, it's more, how can I love it more? How can I nourish it better? And make sure I have the financial freedom to eat all the fruit I want in Korea. Like, that's more what I'm desiring. Because I love the experience of good food, and I love cooking good food, and I love good vegetables, good fruits. And buying a croissant from time to time, you know.
Croissant.
Or just
you
like,
love.
I do love a croissant, like, because I don't always, you know, I need carbs in my diet, and sometimes, and that to me is dessert. I'm not a big cake person or cookie person. So, you know, I think my resolutions are more, how can I make my body feel better? How can I be strong to accommodate my art and creation? Also just my daily life, where if I need to carry things, that my body can do that. How am I taking care of my body to be functional? And honestly, I'll probably look damn good because of it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's ideal. I think it is, I guess I encourage it with people. Like, what makes you feel best? And sometimes what makes me feel best is eating that cookie, you know, like, or eating an extra bowl of yummy soup, because my body feels like it needs that right now.
Yeah, sometimes. But my body, you know, always needed the kinds of yummy food instead of healthy food.
Sometimes actually one of my resolutions at one point was to like really listen to my body. And one time it just needed all the ice cream for like 3 months. It needed that. And then my body got sick of it, and then I needed something else. You know, and I think listening to that is actually really good. Recently, I had a lemon kick. I needed lemon lemon anything. And then when I was in Taiwan, I had this really yummy like lemon and coffee, and it was just like delicious. And so I kept making that for myself all the time. And I just needed lemon in everything. I even had and I'm not a huge sweet person, but right before my period I am sometimes a little bit. And I needed a lemon cookie, and I don't normally gravitate toward lemon, but I needed it. And so I had it, and I let my, you know, you just letting yourself indulge. And then now I don't need it right now. And I may never come back to it.
So was it okay? You know, the lemon is very strong acid. And then
my body needed that.
Oh, your body needed
My body
that.
wanted it. And so, but now like I don't eat it all the time. You know, I think by listening and saying, okay, I really need this. I mean, I had a hot chocolate kick like 3 years ago, and I just wanted hot cocoa all the time. And I let myself have it, and then it goes away. And then, yeah.
So yeah, just a good guy. Good guy to listen to your body's saying.
Yeah. I think the more you restrict, the more your body wants it. And again, I'm not a professional. This isn't professional advice. This is just my experience. And because every time I restrict a thing, like, I think it is good. It also is okay to like forego certain things, because sometimes certain foods have been more of an eating disorder trigger for me. And by foregoing them, it like proved to myself that I chose my health instead of other actions. And so that has been good to practice. But there are moments where like, got 2 croissants tonight. But I then probably won't want some for a couple weeks, like, you know, but I'm gonna let myself have it. It's listening both ways. If my body doesn't want it, don't eat it.
You just really believe in your body's just saying to you.
I think our bodies are so smart. Our bodies are very smart, not just with the nourishment it needs, but nourishment of all kinds. Whether that's, for me, it's a lot of creation, it's movement, it's getting having conversation with people, it's spending time alone, it's sex, it's but also like when to and when not to, it's food, it's any kind of like whatever I need, like, because it's also been so smart at times where it hasn't liked people before I knew why I didn't feel comfortable with someone. So our bodies are so smart if we relax enough to listen to them. And not everyone can or is as closely listening to their body as maybe I do. But I think we all can. Yeah.
And then I think that I'm a kind of one guy who, one of the, the guys who want to believe my own body's saying to myself. But I feel that, my body sometimes lying to me.
Sometimes it does. I think our bodies and our brains don't always like change in some ways. We're talking about New Year's resolutions. It's like, so I always question because I'm not perfect at it. It just, you get used to which one is the lie, I guess, but the lie which is just trying to keep us safe and within familiarity. But sometimes that familiarity is not what our beings and bodies actually need. And so sometimes we need to say, hey, are you just trying to keep me safe? Thank you. But also we desire something else, and then that can be a new normal. Like I even had to let my body feel safe to lose weight. I wasn't trying to lose weight, but whenever I create and move in the ways that my body truly wants, and because I've been harmed a lot of times that was like, I need to gain weight so I'm not as visible. I stay home more. And, but I had to convince myself to say, hey, you're safe enough to be more active and to create more, which ultimately has me lose weight. So it's learning to feel safe enough to be in your, I guess, resolution as we're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, tonight I've got an idea.
Yeah.
From your saying. Tonight, if after my brushing my teeth, my body tells me I need a sweet candy or a sweet chocolate or something, that I will say to myself that we need to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, like why do we want it?
A little bit seriously.
Because it's like, do I want the chocolate because it would make me, like my body actually, especially with chocolate, sometimes my body will want that to fulfill a certain nutrient in my body. So, okay, do I need it for that? Is it because I didn't eat enough today and so I maybe need some chocolate and some energy? Or am I trying to comfort myself? Because food comforts us, in a not so helpful way sometimes. And so what is it, body? And so sometimes I'll just like sit there and listen to it. And then maybe I'll go do something else that like I create for a little bit, or I do like a stretch. And then do I still want food? No? Okay, then I'm going to go to bed. Or do I still want the food? Okay, then I'm going to eat it. And so I think it's just kind of having that conversation and learning to trust and listen to your body.
Okay, then from now on, I will try to persuade it to myself. To my body that, don't do that,
no,
please.
Don't. I think you have to listen to it though, because I think your body will get angry with you if you keep denying it things at once.
So can I can't a feeling of the explode the kinds of appetite.
Well, that's what happens
in one moment.
Well, that's what usually happens. Like if you restrict too much, it all comes out all at once, and that's not great either. So that's why if I really need it, I listen to my body and I do it, or I fulfill it with something else, and that's okay too. But especially with food, I think we need food to survive. So yeah. Shall we have some uma?
Okay.
Uma? Okay, today is Joanne's request is a Bruno Mars day. So our first song.
I love him.
Great. Our first song is Uptown Funk.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band about that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bout that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
Oh, we talked about the past resolutions about ours. And then now we will talk about the 2025s, this year's.
I don't know if I want to
New
tell everyone
Year's
my
resolution.
secrets, but I'll
Your
share.
secret.
I don't know. Sometimes they're private. You know.
Spill the beans.
No, I mean I can share some things, but you know, I think sometimes resolutions are a little private for me personally. And I'll show you. Like, when they start happening, it's, I'd rather exhibit them and be an example through them than always, some of them are private. Most of them are private. But
then I can guess some. Can I tell that?
From you can guess some?
I can guess yours.
Okay, y'all, let's see if you can guess too. But Joanne has a guess. Go for it. What are mine?
Yeah. Maybe you kick off your new business.
Like my art? Or
your art, and then your new, the internet business.
Okay.
So you started.
Okay.
Few days ago. So maybe that could be the big one.
Okay.
You wish.
Okay.
To be successful.
I'm not gonna say yet, but okay. Is that? Do you have other guesses?
Another guess is, you are an artist.
Yes.
So you can be you are a performer too.
Yeah.
So you can have some kind of a big perform.
Yeah.
You wanna.
Okay. Any
You
other
wanna,
ones?
You wanna
Have
the
a
public.
kind of like a big, almost you could say breakthrough within the within having my work public. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any other ones? Any other guesses?
Any other guess?
I
What
have
else?
many. I have many.
You have many.
And I can talk about it. I don't know if I'll fully give away all my things, but I'll tell the process that I do. But any other guesses?
Any other guesses? Another new boyfriend.
Oh my God! Another y'all. It sounds like I have like 20 boyfriends.
20 boyfriends?
Maybe. No. One in every country I've been to. No. No. I can briefly say with love, when it comes to romantic love, I've never been looking for it. I'm open to it, but I would rather fulfill and be me because that will attract the type of person I desire. So yeah, I'm open to love, but I've never been seeking love, and I don't seek romantic love. If it comes and it happens.
Okay, you are. So you always welcome somebody.
Not always. No. Yeah, I'm very.
Not always.
No, because I'm more focused on other things. But I'm not going to deny if someone comes into my life and they amplify my life and there's a beautiful connection between us and it works for both of us to be in a relationship together, or even if like we're hesitant but it's like, no, we need to take this chance, then yes. But I also really like my freedom, so I usually pursue my own self, and then if love comes, okay, but if not, I'm fine. I'm very fine. Yeah, I'm not seeking. Hi, call me. I'm Megan. No. But okay, what about you? I mean, I can talk about what I do for resolutions, but like, do you have some you want to share?
My 2025.
Yeah. Do you have one? Do you have two?
Just only one.
Okay.
So I compared to the summer situation. My weight becomes larger.
Oh. I can't tell.
So I gained about 3 kilograms compared to the summer's one.
Okay.
So that's the one.
We are also in winter. You're an animal in winter, and we need a little more on us to survive winter.
I love greasy meals.
Great.
And then I not less moving in winter, especially.
It gets cold here, and it's really cold this year, so it's kind of hard
cold
to get out and move. Yeah,
so
totally
not
get
want to move outside.
Yeah.
So that's the reason, maybe. And then that's the reason. From the reasons I gained some weight.
Yeah.
And so my wish is that just only 3 kilograms. Just only 3 kilograms.
All I want
that's
for the
all.
new year.
That's all. Not so many. Not so much.
Okay, Joanne. I support movement and nourishing your body. I don't know if if you lose weight because of that, great. But I spoke my truth about losing weight resolutions. If it's great, if it's good for you, great. But like, as long as you're healthy about it.
And then how do you think about then my guessing about your resolutions?
I mean, you're around similar, like,
Similar.
How I've specifically worded them is different. But actually, so something that I often do, and I've done it the past 2 years now, is so I don't always celebrate, I guess, conventional holidays the way most people do. Like I grew up very Catholic and Christian, and so Christmas, but I do it differently. I more so celebrate things with the planet, so like the winter solstice, and then yes, the new year. But I don't wait for the new year to. I kind of prepare. Sure, the new year is a good benchmark. But something I've gotten into the past 2 years, I heard it called once like the 12 magical nights. It's traditionally a pagan tradition, which is where a lot of the Christmas holiday comes from. Why do we have the 12 days of Christmas? Because there were 12 nights of Yule, which is a very pagan thing. But this like 12 magical nights type thing. It's a practice where you kind of have you write down 13 things that you desire in your life for the coming year and to fulfill within yourself externally. Like it could be, I would like to get in shape and feel good in my body and strong. I would like to pursue love this year. I would like to do, and you write down all these things. Or I would like to make a certain amount of money, have a certain status within my career, and you kind of write, or even something is, I'd like to be more confident. I'd like to feel sexier this year. Those, you can put all those things down. And what this ritual does is you either start on Christmas Eve or the night of the solstice, and you have a list of it to look at the end of the year, see how far you've come, and then you write down each on a piece of paper and put it in a jar. You don't look at it, and every night you light a candle. You kind of get reflective, and if you are religious and you want to pray, whatever it is, just to feel like, okay, I'm doing this for myself. I'm taking some time for myself, and then you take one out of the jar and you burn it. You don't look at it. You burn it.
And then it
burn it, so it's like there. Okay, so that's done, and you do that until like for 12 nights, and then the last day. So there's the 13th one. Once all of them are gone, you can burn it. You can bury it, whatever you want to get rid of it, but don't look at it. Those you're putting up to, if you believe in God, you put it up to God. If you believe in the universe, or just like the energy of the world, Mother Nature, whatever, you put that there. They will take care of all that. The last one you look at, and that's your responsibility.
That's the real aim.
That's the one aim. And the idea is that by doing and focusing on that, that will get you everything. Because it happens a lot in life, right? If you focus on, say, improving your finances and getting a certain type of job, then usually love comes in or friendships come in. So all these by pursuing a beautiful energy within yourself, you then attract everything else. And that's the idea behind this ritual. Yeah. So
that kinds of ideas is coming from where?
I mean, it's a pagan ritual, but I think it's also, like any kind of spirituality, because you can do it with with a more Christian mindset if you want that. Like, because I know you're Christian, you can do it where like, okay, God, I have 12 things. I have 13 things I would really like to achieve within myself this year. It could be, I would like to read every day. I mean, it can be small things too. I would like to grow, have a certain kind of conversation with my children. I would like to find more community within the church. Anything, any kind of like personal improvement that would ultimately beautify your life. And these things, and they can be big. They can be, I'd like to move. I would like to travel, to a specific place. I would like to, anything, as long as it's within kind of not your control, I would say, but also, you could potentially pursue it, right? And you have some sort of way to make it happen. And so it's all of those things that would enrich and nourish your life. And then, you can do it from whatever lens you want. I think it's just, lovely goals and accomplishments that you would desire.
So you've ever done that kinds of a ritual?
Yeah. I did it last year, and I've done it this year. And so I'm,
So last year, the piece of paper
I don't want to share it. Again, like I said, I'm a private, even though I do share quite a bit, but it's more private.
That's okay.
It was one that was interesting because I was like, it's kind of in my control, but it's kind of out of my control. And so it kind of muddled some things, and I didn't achieve it in the capacity I intended, but did I take a step toward it? And now am I kind of repeating it in a different way this year? Yes. Because it's something that has needed more confidence in me. And given my life in 2024, it didn't. I had other things that were more dire to worry about, unfortunately. I had a rough enough year, but also a beautiful year in many ways. But it got me a step closer to the thing. And so I've repeated it in a different way for this year.
So you did that kinds of a ritual several times until now. And then do you think that kinds of, the content of the last paper was so real your issue the last year, of your last year?
I think it's been a thing I've needed to address for a long time. And how I wrote it is, this past year, it required some restructuring and new perspectives. And so now coming into this year, it's kind of repeated, but with that learning I exhibited last year, I now am able to better pursue it or better welcome it into my life. So, because sometimes that's what I mean by resolutions. It's not that I didn't or couldn't achieve it. Part of it was I didn't maybe have the confidence to achieve it. And I needed to build that confidence to see it as possible and within my... that I could admit to myself that I wanted it and I desired it, and that it's a beneficial desire or addition to my life. And so that when I say like maybe in some people's eyes it would seem like I failed, and yeah, maybe in some ways, but I achieved something else in regards to it, and then I can always come back to it and approach it differently this year to have it become successful. Yeah. So I'll, because I think some of because I do it this way, it's more, if I even write the same things, it's like a deepening of it. So whether it's, I maybe approach it, like say if I ever was like, oh, I want to lose weight, but then throughout the year I realize, oh, it's more about feeling good and enjoying my relationship with my body instead of looking a certain way. That feels like an achievement. So then maybe the next year I'm deepening the practice of, oh, I want to make sure I do yoga every day at some capacity, or that I move my body in certain ways, or I would like to dance. And so and with that, like, what does, like it say I would pick, I want to be more of a dancer this year. If that's the 13th one, and if that's my goal, okay, what do I need to, and then say I have things about my money or my other schedule. So it's like, it ultimately will have those other things come in, because in order to dance, I either need to find someone who does an exchange, or I need to pay for it. Okay, so then that means I need to prioritize certain things within my finances, and I need to prioritize my schedule a certain way. So really, you actually are doing all the things while you're focusing in on the one thing. So I think it's a fun practice. So that's how I do. You could call them New Year's resolutions, but...
And then, in some way, your one year's resolution can be continued to another year as in some different way.
I think, like, especially if I'm pursuing like feeling sexier in my body, for instance, as an example, that can always be deepened, because that's a mentality shift. That's a practice within life. That's a lifestyle change. And that can always be deepened from year to year, or changed and adjusted, because, okay, I feel sexy this year, but now I want to like do something with that or whatever. If it's maybe something like, oh, I'd like to achieve a certain award, well, yeah, then that's like you achieve it, and then you maybe go to a new type of achievement in that way. So yeah, some are very, more finite, but some are just deepening a practice and lifestyle of self. So yeah, it ranges from year to year, and given the life I've had up until now, there have been certain even very internal things, which is why I don't want to share everything. They're very, private and personal. You'll see them in the external, but I think there have been more lifestyle changes I've needed, and then more other things on like achievements on top of that. But, yeah.
Oh, so interesting.
And maybe I'm greedy and I want 13 instead of 1. Yeah. So New Year's resolutions.
It's the idea.
I think it's a great one. I mean, I can't claim the idea, and I think it's an older practice, and I saw it from creator somewhere. So I think it's good. Uma? Okay. Our next song is 아파트, APT by Rose and Bruno Mars.
창이가 좋아하는 랜덤 게임 start. 아파트 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 kissy face sent to your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the 아파트 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 아파트
It's whatever you like. Turn this opposite into a club. I'm talking drink, dance, smoke, freak, party all night. Come back, go, what's up? Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
아파트 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 Hey, so now you know the game. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm coming to get you. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
아파트 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 Just meet me at the 아파트 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 아파트
just meet me at the
아파트 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 아파트
just meet me at the
아파트 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 아파트
여러분은 지금 91.3MHz 서대문 공동체 FM 라디오의 익스체인지 챈을 듣고 계십니다. 이는 서대문 공동체 라디오 플러그인에 의해 만들어지고 있습니다. 저희는 특히 다문화 가정 및 서대문 지역에 거주하는 외국인들에게 도움을 드리고자 만들어진 프로그램으로서 여러분들도 다양한 얘기로 참여하실 수 있습니다. 저희 메일 주소 알려드릴게요. exchange1-@naver.com입니다. 그리고 광고 하나 더 하겠습니다. 서대문 지역에 사시는 외국인으로서 한국의 음식이나 언어 교환을 원하시는 분들이 계시면 참여하실 수 있는 조그만 단체 알려드리려고요. K줌마라고 한국인 아줌마들의 모임인데요. 영어 연습을 하고 있는 단체인데 구성원 분들이 서대문 지역에 오래 살고 계신 아줌마 분들이어서 음식에 대해서는 물론이고 서대문 지역에 대해서도 빠삭하신 분들이세요. 그래서 한국어를 정규적으로 연습하고 싶으시거나 여기서 사는 여러 정보들을 듣고 싶으실 때 도움을 드릴 수 있는 그룹입니다. 저희에게 연락 주시면 연결시켜 드립니다. 관심과 참여 부탁드립니다. Here is a personal advertisement that I can't tell you. If there are any foreigners living in 서대문 who want to exchange Korean food practicing or Korean language regularly, I will let you know a small group Kjuma. Kjuma is a meetups of Korean lady homemakers as a group practicing English and living the area also. They are knowledgeable about the local area and can help foreigners living in this area practice Korean food, know Korean spirituality, and give useful various information about living here. If you need any of these, please feel free to reach out to us. We will connect you to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
And you also have something to tell us, right?
Yeah, I mean, promote my website, promote who I am and what I do. So my website is meganlucille.com. That's MEGANLUCILLE.com. It has all my work, it has all my contact, my social media, my shop. Just need to promote myself more, so have a look, connect with me there, and there we are.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here's another question about our topics.
One
Today's
more.
topic.
Okay, one more before we go.
So many times the stories of failed resolutions. Do you think that we have to keep making New Year's resolutions every year?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to someone who's all about change and death and rebirth, like metaphorically. I think, it's natural for, change rather it's inevitable, and I think we desire change. I think failed resolutions come from a fear of change, which is a very natural human thing. We talked about it earlier in the episode. But I think ideally it's getting to a point where they're no longer failures, or at least seen as failure, or adjusting your resolutions to suit you in order to be, accommodate your life. But I think pursuing an improvement of self coming from a very authentic place is, of course, I think we should keep doing it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
I think that the hope and motivation that come with a fresh start can be our new energy, I think.
Honestly, yeah.
To try further and improve ourselves.
Always.
And then it's also driven by the positive mindset of thinking.
Yeah. I think it's always that belief in self that I can be more me. And I think that's, of course, beneficial to be and have in the world.
That's right.
Yeah. So to end and wrap up the first episode of the new year, I again want to say thank you to everyone for being here, for listening, and for supporting us, and deeply and sincerely encourage that if you've made a resolution or desire a certain change in your life, please do. I think you can do it. And the more we have this beautiful energy of not just self-improvement, but like being authentic of yourself, the more beautiful our world is. And we need your authentic energy. So
great.
thank you for being here, and you got this.
Okay.
Fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And let's wrap up it with some Korean words.
Great.
다음에 또 봐요.
다음에 또 봐요.
That's right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Our last song to kick off the new year is Die With A Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while. to you, right next to you, next to you, right next to you. Just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next.